There's a little bit of art. Let me say this. There's a little bit of artist in everyone. The difference is gay people are not afraid to show it. My name's Dapper.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited too. This is the first time that I'm doing a podcast. I bet you are also a beginner on podcast interviews too. So hopefully we'll do something nice. I wanted to start off by asking you, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Houston, Texas, and I didn't move up until like 2 or 3 years ago. So I've been in Houston pretty much all my life.
How did you start dancing?
I've always danced. I always knew I was a dancer. Well, I guess you never really call it that. You just knew that, there's a feeling in your spirit and you just move whenever music comes on. And so I just remember going to like a lot of events and parties from being with my family, and I would always dance and everyone would just sit there and watch and pay attention and give me compliments and cheer and scream. And so that was that. But up until 2 and 3 years ago when I moved to Austin is when I really came into who I am as a person and rebranding myself and really just getting into the creative industry and start dancing for real. So I've had no real experience as far as dancing on my belt until I got to Austin. And so I started dancing and meeting people, and now I'm officially a dancer.
How is the artistic community in Austin? If you have any chance to see the artistic community in Houston too, and how do they compare?
That's actually a good question. I remember before actually coming to Austin, I did dive into a little bit of choreography here and meeting with other dancers, especially at a dance studio called Soundbox Dance Studios. But at the time, I just wanted to be like everyone. I didn't necessarily find my voice or myself. So I went into dance classes and I tried out for a dance team and I didn't make it. But the difference about being in Austin compared to Houston is that Houston has that label already. They already perform for World of Dance, and so they already have a team built. So they're looking for the best dancers. In Austin, they're welcoming everyone, and it's artistic and everyone, it's all inclusive and everyone matters, and they just want to involve as many people and you grow from there. So I think that's the difference, especially between Austin and Houston, is that they welcome you with open arms in Austin.
What kind of projects have you been able to do, or do you want to do in the future?
Yeah, so thankfully, to all the people that I've met in Austin, I've been able to be in music videos, I've been able to dance behind the scenes, I've been able to work on different projects. I've even worked on a few of my own personal projects as well. What I'm really looking forward to is, as much as I don't like admitting this out loud, because they tell you that if you want to perform on a big stage and you want to sell out arenas and things of that nature, then you have to have more than just one talent. Nowadays our favorite people are not only dancing, but they're singing and they're rapping and all that. But I'm like, all I have to give right now is dance, and I just want to figure out how I can incorporate that into a big stage. But I want to sell out arenas and I just want to perform and get to know people worldwide and talk to them. I'm excited. I look forward to that, actually.
A dancer right now has to be the whole package, not only a dancer, but like a singer and a YouTuber and behind the camera. How is the path that usually is expected for a dancer? Like, do you have to do this and this and this and that if you want to work for Beyonce, or this or this or that if you want to become a YouTuber? Like, is there any, are you supposed to get move to LA? Everybody tells you that, or what is usually the path?
I mean, on the surface, you hit the hammer on the nail. That's what they tell us. Move into a certain city or knowing the right people and everything. I think what's good now especially is that we've realized that we've evolved so much, especially with social media and things of that nature, that you can literally post videos and blow up and become popular and famous. But if you really want to give something to the world and really stand out from all those other people that's making it, then you have to put your best foot forward, and you have to push a little bit harder, and you have to maybe even know a few people, and you might have to move across the country. So it just depends on who you are and how dedicated you are and who you know at the end of the day. So I still think that that's true to dancing or to any artistic person out there, but it works both ways, yeah.
Who are your idols? Who are the people that inspire you, and why?
A lot of people give us trash for this. And not that I'm like everyone else, but it's just definitely Beyonce. There's nothing against anybody else that came before Beyonce, but I mean, look at it. I'm only 23. She's in my time. I got a chance to witness her. So I love Beyonce and everything that she does, everything that she stands for. She's bold. She's a performer. She's an entertainer. And I look up to that. And the good thing about that is that Beyonce was in my position at one point. She was just a child looking up to Michael Jackson. That was her inspiration. Exactly. In Houston, Texas. Exactly. And she saw Michael Jackson for the first time in concert, and she said, I want to be just like him. I want to do the exact same thing. And look at her now, one of the world's greatest entertainers in our generation. And so I just look up to her. I love her so much.
You posted this poem, which I loved, and I was hoping you could read it for us.
Yeah.
And we can close the interview like that.
Absolutely. I'm so down for that. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed, and in the absence of people living in ignorance, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed.
Okay, I thank you so much. I love the poem. I know you like spoken word, and I'm excited that you are the first guest that we have. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was wonderful. You're going to do great. I love this. Thank you.
Okay.